Reed, you know the famous voices that you hear over the PA at Jordan-Hare Stadium and Bryant-Denny Stadium?
I do know those voices.
Yeah, well, you don't know the faces, though. We're going to go down to Jordan-Hare and visit with Ric Smith. He's the guy you hear down there every game day. His voice booms across the city of Auburn on game days. He's the man behind the mic at Jordan-Hare Stadium, Ric Smith. So did you grow up an Auburn fan?
I did grow up an Auburn fan. In fact, my dad went to Auburn. So when I was a kid, we lived about 30 miles away. Oh, wow. And I've been coming to games at Jordan-Hare Stadium as far back as I can remember.
So how did you become the stadium announcer? How did you make that journey to this job?
Well, I had done some work in radio and had actually done some high school announcing for Opelika High School. That led to me working with Auburn baseball, so that was my connection with the athletics department. So Carl Stevens, who had been the stadium announcer for approaching 30 years, retired. And so when he retired, I had the opportunity to step in for him. The first game I ever did was Washington State. First game of the season, huge night game. They had a defensive linebacker whose name was Ropati Patuatoa, which was spelled nothing like it sounds. And so that was quite a start. So I'll always remember Ropati Patuatoa. And he was a very good player, which meant he made a lot of tackles. So I had the chance to say his name a lot.
Sounds like a disease.
I was going to say a dirty word.
Yeah.
Cam Newton or Cameron Newton?
It was Cam. It may have been the first game or so he was referred to as Cameron, but he decided, or however it developed, he became Cam.
A lot of people say Scam Newton.
No.
Not around here. No.
We now felt like it was time to put Rick to the test with a game we like to call Last Name Challenge.
Galifianakis sacked on the play. Fumble on the play recovered by Strombolopoulos.
That sounded delicious.
Hullebeck's pass is intercepted.
That sounds good.
Sure.
That's not. If you wait until you see that one in print, Will. That
Can't
was
wait.
that
Surely
was
not
tough.
correct.
Yeah.
Tello Locano around right end.
All right, and I want to go ahead and skip ahead to my favorite. This, of course, is a character from The Simpsons, is where this name originates from.
This is going to be ugly. Kickoff return for a touchdown by Nahaspim.
That was a good try. That's
Give it your best shot, Reed.
let me see the whole. All right. Kickoff return for a touchdown by Nahasapima Pedalan.
Very nice.
It's Apu's last name.
Apu.
One thing we wanted to see about doing today is maybe to have you announce some of the things that we do. And we thought now that we're here at Jordan-Hare, we could maybe take an opportunity to do some things around the stadium and then get you to sort of announce them. Are you up for that possibly?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay, sounds good. Well, let's get to doing some things. We'll send him up to the booth there and get all this announced.
Sounds great.
Climbing the stairs, Will and Reed Lockamy. Stopping to rest, Reed Lockamy. Lockamy's pass complete to Lockamy. Lockamy's pass complete to Lockamy. Lockamy on the reception. Sitting by himself in the bleachers, Reed Lockamy.
Timeout on the field as Will Lockamy ties his shoe.
Reed Lockamy on to kick the trash can. The kick is blocked. Will Lockamy on the coffee sip. The sip picks up 2 ounces.
All right, guys. Here's the PA booth.
Now we just skipped the restroom, but that's okay. All right.
Always before the game starts.
Gotcha.
Always.
So this is your lair here.
This is it. This is my spot here. John Sirico of marketing sits here. My left-hand man, Eric Canada, sits here.
To the left.
To the left. And Richard Stevens is there. He's the scoreboard operator.
This piece of equipment that looks like it's from 1982, that's what runs the scoreboard.
That's what runs the scoreboard.
It's like an Atari of some sort. Huh.
Typically, I start about an hour and a half before kickoff. So there are some announcements, going up until what we call the 1 hour warning. That's the correct Jordan-Hare Stadium time is. Right. And after that point, it really picks up. So really about 90 minutes.
So it's almost 6 hours of just nonstop.
Yeah, it's a big day.
The correct Jordan-Hare Stadium time is 12:06. The correct Jordan-Hare Stadium time is 12:07.
Very good.
Nice.
We're working on a clock. This is the next one here.
The correct Jordan-Hare Stadium time is 12:08.
This is going to be a big money maker for us.
Yeah, almost lunchtime.
How many more?
It's about 713 or so, give or take.
Okay.
Yeah.
But while his voice takes center stage on game days, Rick says he's just one part of the game day experience.
The sports information staff, it's the operations staff, it's the marketing staff, it's the video crew, who's putting up what we see on the AUHD. So it's a great honor for me to be part of that game day experience. But that game day experience is based on the team effort. It's not based on the guy who happens to be the stadium announcer.
Before we left, there was just one more thing I needed Rick to do.
Will Lockamy is unavailable to answer the phone. Tiger fans are encouraged to leave a message at the beep.
Reed, after spending that much time with Ric Smith, you think you could do a good impression?
Oh, I can give it a shot.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Ric Smith.
Say
That's
it like a...
It doesn't sound like I'm not good at that part, but I do think that's the sort of thing he would probably say. I mean, that part was spot on.
Possibly. After the break, we'll go to the top of Vulcan with former Auburn Tiger Terry Henley.
Oh, I can do an impression of him.
Oh, good.
Hey, I'm Terry Henley.